I feel stuck. Like, I feel like I'm paying for my suffering.
After losing her son less than 2 years ago and becoming the primary caregiver for his child, a Winnipeg woman living inside this Manitoba housing complex is calling for help as she fears for her family's health and safety, having to live inside of an apartment with leaky ceilings and mold on the walls.
My children's health is the most important, and if we've done some damage to it because of our environment, and our house is kind of unacceptable.
Shannon Kipling has lived here at 30 Winford Drive for over 10 years. After dealing with leaking roof issues for the past decade and mold showing up on the walls of her apartment this past year, she's desperate for help.
It's frustrating. I feel like I'm just not being heard or not being taken seriously, and I feel like I'm not the only one that's had these issues in their own complex.
Kipling says they've been experiencing what she believes could be mold toxicity symptoms for weeks. In hopes of solving the issue, she had an environmental testing company come to her apartment, but after learning it was going to cost almost $800, she was unable to pay for the report.
We're trying to live in a nice complex or keep our house safe, and it's like we're paying rent, and then it's like, okay, well, we're asking just for basic maintenance, upkeep.
Kipling received a call late Tuesday afternoon that property management is going to cover the cost of the environmental report for mold toxicity in her apartment, but she says they did not provide her with any next steps or solutions. A statement from Minister of Housing, Addictions and Homelessness, Bernadette Smith, states that the government has been in contact with residents at 30 Winford Drive, and they're taking their concerns seriously. The complex will be receiving a new roof this spring, and Manitoba Housing staff will be visiting the building to determine if temporary repairs are required.
I just don't know. I'm wanting to go sleep in a tent.
In Winnipeg, Neve Van Pelt, City News.